From what I understand, a lot of studies have been showing that and actually I believe you addressed this, that urban populations are growing and people are moving back towards city centers. But I also want to address that urban centers by design are usually very physically inaccessible, and something that we need to keep in mind when we are trying to develop suburban spaces into hubs for community. I grew up in Canada, actually. I moved there in 1989 with my family from Halifax, and it was very isolating. It's a little bit different now, but it was a farm town where you had to drive to get to anything, and in a lot of ways it still is. But if we were, as a community and as a city, to put our municipal funding and efforts into creating community spaces without inhospitable design, like benches you can't lie down on, which is, I'm surprised hasn't come up yet. But places where people...
It came up this morning, somebody called it hostile architecture.
I think that is what it's called, hostile architecture, which we see a lot of downtown. I think that we do have the opportunity to see some of our suburbs developing into more of their own urban boroughs, kind of like Westboro. I just wanted to address.
The dilemma is we have to be careful about being judgmental. And that can happen in urban environments where downtowners are sneering at suburbanites. I see this all the time. And I think that what we have to try to allow for is that you want cities to be places of choice. You want people to have choice. And the dilemma is that in the last few decades, the degree of choice has been diminishing. And so there are people living in suburban houses that would really love to live downtown, but they can't afford it, or they can't find a unit that they can, that has enough bedrooms for their 3 kids, right? So I think part of it is upping the choice. Okay, I'm going to go to Alan, and then we have to break. And then the conversation continues, even though this session finishes, because the art gallery is interested in what you have to say, and I know they answer their telephones and they respond to emails. Okay, Alan, take us off.
So, two things picking up on the suburban urban conversation and suburbia often isolating and it's true for people with disabilities that urban areas are what for conducive to being integrated and accessing different communities, different services, and being out in the suburbs. I grew up in Montreal, but way out in suburbs, and it was very isolating because the areas aren't built so that you can walk anywhere or wheel anywhere significantly. So a lot of disabled people either cannot drive or can't afford to have a car. So it can be in areas which are conducive to walking the lanes rather than driving it. More integrated. I also want to pick up on the first comment about nature. Just focus again when it comes to disability. First thought that natural environments and creating accessible environments are completely contradictory. That natural environments are inherently inaccessible. Not true. There's no steps in nature. And I'm always really confused when I really West. Way back in the early 90s, I was reading about these great projects coming out of Midwestern states about designing natural spaces which are open and accessible. And this meant that it wasn't only good for disabled people, but families who have kids with strollers, for example. So I just wanted to put that out there. And one great thing that I do like about Ottawa is again this a positive note that I find it easy to feel like I'm getting out of an urban environment because of the bike paths along the river, along the canal. And that does great things for, again, making communities livable.
Thank you. One of the things that Jane Jacobs said was that if you read Death and Life of Great American Cities, which is her big famous book, although I always used to say to Americans, she kept writing after 1961. Canadians know that she has several other books, but that was the big book, 1961. And the last chapter is the kind of problem a city is. And she then described it as organized complexity. But one of the things that she would say to me was, problems in a city are just work that still needs doing. So the great thing about this adventure we're embarked upon is that we're not done. Cities are never done. The suburbs are never done. The downtown is never done. So it's a great piece of adventure that we're on. And institutions like this one and the others, the library that I just heard about, and your LRT, and all the ways in which you are imagining the future of this place, give us lots of ways to engage, all ages, kids, integrating nature better. There's so many things that we could be doing better, and that we have to all do. We have to all do it because cities work when everyone contributes. So would you join me in thanking this gang for coming in? Thank you for coming. As I suggested, the conversation continues, and I hope it will continue with the Canadian Urban Institute as we start to build this contemporary narrative of what the challenges are for places across the country. So thanks very much for inviting me, and have a good evening.